Hello, hello, it is Somberfish, and we are back with our adventure doing Tome. I am once again playing Baragar, the Temporal Warden. For a randomized character, he's doing okay. For reminders of what's been happening, we've been clearing through a few of the starter places, went to the maze, went to the troll mire over here. The dark gods bestowed upon us bonification. He also announced that the Santascape is available for us to go to, and I'm waiting towards I get a little higher level, as he has recommended, to before I start going there. I am also going to try taking a romp through here, see if I am good enough. I will now try to protect this lovely person head on through. Alright. That does not look good. Generally, whenever the ground is made of crystals, I feel it is fair to just say that it does not look good. I don't know what this means. I haven't really seen this random event. Have you missed it in the past? Or tidal wave ability. Haven't seen that for a while. That was a fairly short escort, which I am happy for. Alright, strength magic. Chant of the fortress. Chant of fortitude. I'm actually going to take this strength because it actually, I believe, still does affect. Chant of the fortress, or actually fortitude just sounds too good to pass up. A little bit of spell save can go a long way, especially seeing as it uses a resource pool that I have no use for otherwise. Bandit is spotted to the west. And a treant is spotted. I apologize for that once again. One of these days I will be intelligent enough to actually turn off these Skype messages. But until that happens, you should just assume that I am not going to remember. Most time when I am recording these, it's way too late at night for anyone else of a sensible value to be awake or around. But people will never cease to surprise you. You know, unless you pay attention. Know the habits of others. But, we're going to go ahead and keep going through with this exploration. I'm really getting sick of these teleporting people. Today is a special birthday edition of Tome. Happy birthday to me, anyone else born on this date. And I say shame on you for all of you who do not give a damn, as everyone else will say. It's a pretty terrible birthday. And also, I am going to be stopping my recordings here after the holidays. I will be out of town for a few weeks, so I may actually record a few extra videos instead of my one-a-days and put them up ahead of time. So you may see a sudden influx of videos, and that will not be the norm, but they will be there. I just really wish I understood why there are so many weird creatures in the same habitat. I mean, I don't mind that there are giant slugs, I don't mind that there's giant ants. But why are there giant slugs and ants in the same habitat? Alright, I'm a little curious because there's a damp cave and there's the obvious path out. I'm gonna venture down the damp cave because I hate the damp cave. The damp cave was a terrible mistake. Alright. That shield's gone. As is my reload. This skeletal shield is really the only thing holding me together. I am getting a new appreciation for the skeleton class entirely. Or not class, the race for it. Rare rogues. As I have mentioned before, or I may have mentioned before, rogues are my least favorite thing to run into, as they are generally what leads to my death in the early stages of this game. And it's not as though they should surprise me. They're everywhere, and they don't have any particular advantage. Alright, well, that was literally just a cave full of rogues. Look like 4 rogues and plenty of daggers for those who enjoy them. Let's see, cloak that. Ooh, where's my belt? Defense 9, stealth bonus of that. Well, defense 8, resistance and resistance penetration, and stealth bonus, and negative fatigue. I'm actually going to go ahead and take this for the other bonuses. I'm going to lose one defense, and the stealth bonus isn't going to help me much anyway, so I'm not scared about losing one of that. But I am happy that I'm getting a little something there. Strength necklace. Keep my regen. Arcana, not helping me. Ring of Fire. Once again, I'd rather have what I have here. It was a pretty good haul for a lot of things. It really didn't work for me. So I'm just going to keep heading off. Keep heading into the old forest. Well, he seems to be changing color. That's actually a spell effect I hadn't seen yet, so it's been a little while since I've played, and they seem to have made the creepy hand crystal monsters creepier. Oh, gotta appreciate consistency. And I have a strong hatred for creepy hand monsters that fling poo at me. Besides that, bright side, I am getting the reaction time to step out of the way. This is a general piece of life advice. When someone throws something at you, it is generally better not to get hit in the head with it. Unless, of course, you're dating that person and you want them to continue dating them. Then just let them hit you over the head and possibly feign death afterwards. Seems to work in my household. Might also explain some of my odd behaviors. Once again, this podcast brought to you by Bludgeoning. Let's play Bludgeoning. Oh, that's odd. Plenty of wisps. Ooh, fireballs. No. Arrows, yes. Oh, joyous summoner. I'm getting the cue to move on, but I don't remember exploring any of the... There was a southern bit of castle or something. I guess I was wrong. That was it. And change level. Generation teleportation. Teleportation room. 46. I'm going to change one of my face doors out for that. Allows you to breathe in the water. I will keep that. Wish I hadn't done that. I believe skeletons can actually already just breathe in water, so I'm not getting much of a benefit out of it. Teleportation. Use. Range of 7, range of 10. Get rid of that range of 10 1. Oh, more crystals. And a skeletal rat. And another underground area. Looks like we're going to just have all sorts of fun in this run. Waiting for me to move to the left or the right. I'm just going to have to take that hit. All sorts of rares. Ooh. Did I mention I hate fighting oozemancers? No shield, no availability for any kind other than not even shooting. To reload, take my chances. Run from the ooze. Usually they despawn on their own. Seems I am not so fortunate this time. Ooh. Sadly, when you fight someone who is anti-magic, like the Oozemancer, they can block out your runes sometime. And there is nowhere for me to hide from all these wonderful and semi-creepy critters running around. God, I love that piercing stuff. Brace for impact there. Plenty of creepy hand monsters to throw and shoot things at me. Just make sure that my life runs in a wonderful manner. sneakiest polar bears I've ever seen. Also wondering what they are doing here in the forest. Ice caps melt, polar bears move to the forest. What's next? I'm going to go down this other hole. I'm hoping I didn't miss one in the last area. I very well may have. But Forsaken Crypt. You hear squeals and clicking of bones around you. Pure death awaits here. Flee. I'm hoping that wasn't a message based on level. It doesn't seem to be. I also didn't look through what items I had found in the last one. The Iron Throne, Steel Amulet with Resist and Spell Crit, Vision Rune, some boots with armor, Infravision. What boots am I wearing anyways? They're better than mine. Makes me a little sad. Have better armor and everything, yet they are just regular old soggy boots. 18 to 25. I had forgotten that I'd found such a wonderful thing last time. And that seems to be all that was really in there that's worth mentioning for the moment. That rat is shooting lightning at me. Narrating the skeletal rat with arcane combat. I'll go ahead and use my shield now because narrating the skeletal rat seems quite insistent on my death. Okay, well that was an odd sound of a teleport, and I don't know where. Okay, there are demon rats and what appears to be a skeletal rat, or a spectral rat. I'm gonna go ahead and assume the worst when it comes to these. I'm going to get out in the open for this spectral rat, because I do not want to be... Or I would if he hadn't stunned me. I'm not sure what happened there. Or dazed, I should say. But I did just level. I'm going to take full advantage of that fact. And throw some points around. Or point around. I'm going to go ahead and take that AoE ability now. Or I could improve this just to do slightly more damage. But I'm going to have one more ability on my hotbar. Max it out next turn. Take my heal. I will take my heal and be glad of it. More dex, more constitution. Alright. And a lot of abilities here. Reorganize my bar. My headbutt. That. Move my runs. Even gonna move my shields just so they're next to each other. There he is. Goodbye, Ghost Rat. You will be missed. Ghost Rat, an equally plausible movie to Ghost Dad, Bill Cosby movie that made him famous. That's an entire lie. It's the movie that almost made him not famous. I do apologize to all 2 of the Ghost Dad fans out there, and I'll be sure to make it up to you. Sad thing about that movie, I actually liked it. There are a lot of movies which common sense would dictate I should not enjoy, that I can't help it, I love them. looks like I'm gonna have a little bit of a rat lich. Alright, well that's wonderful. This master of the pit is before you. It squeaks with menace as a horde of minions approach you. Well, the rat lich and me are not going to be seeing eye to eye, it would appear. He is also entirely insistent on using his Call Shadows abilities. Throwing what appears to be feces at me. And letting me shoot blind. I finally have a chance to shoot him down, but he is summoning his hordes at me. I'm going to go ahead and use my teleport. Brought me somewhere new. Really hoping to go backwards on that one. Gonna wait my way through this poison. I'm not even sure. I think it's ghouls that can resist being poisoned. I am not so lucky. Resting up. Continuing on with... I don't know if that means that I found another ghost or the lich has found me, but either way, I got a feeling that I should probably reload. Should also shield up and teleport out, because that was close. I am getting more and more thankful for that teleport every time I get the chance to use it. And I'm getting less and less thankful for that rat lich every chance I have to see it. Well, seems that I found the rat lich again, or near him at the very least. I am really not enjoying the amount of death coming my direction from this. I am, however, about to run out of shield. Let me go ahead and preemptively use that. Reload. Fire in its last known general direction. And it seems my next option is to try to unpin myself and kill the shadows around me. Pray to find a... I am getting a little bit of damage off on him this time at least. Not enough. Teleporting away. Healing. And resting up. Go back in. See if I can get Alright, the rat lich has been killed. Killed the terrible rat lich. Skull of the rat lich. Plenty of fun objects to be found. Using up a little bit too much stamina running around this place. Alright, let us look at what we have found. A lot of this stuff is the old stuff. Skull of the Rat Lich. Unique tool. Darkness when hit. Spell power at 10. When used, 70 out of 70 power. Raise undead rats. That sounds like it is a little bit too much fun not to use. And a lot of other stuff that I'm just not gonna bother with. May not be a better stat, but I can live with that. For the glory of Rat Lich. Changing the old forest. I've already got a protection mission. I will lead on. Something's going on here with the save. I apologize about that. A little bit of hiccup there. Where did my escort go? Where is your portal, sir? And what is shooting at me? But shard skin. Well, I'm not sure what that is, why it is there, or why it seems to be employed with a leaf blower, but I do know that it does not want me around here. Ooh. Also know I do not want to be right next to it. Generally, go and summon my rat lich stuff, and I think I just shot my own rat in the back. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, I do believe he just failed me. Put my faith in that ratty little good guy, and he didn't. He didn't pull through. Put my point in the thing of heal, get it up there. It's actually getting up to the point where it can heal me for quite well. Another point there, and it's going to heal me for more health than I have. Max this out. And go ahead and keep pumping into Dex. The problem I'm having with this escort mission is that when doing it, I have no ammo left. I really wish I'd pay attention to that sort of thing. If I find a thief or some sort of critter that throws lava or whatever they're doing at the time, I kind of have to take the hit, or I'm just going to have to let them die. Which I'm not excited about either option. We'll take the. Let's see. Yeah, I believe I'm just gonna take the magic. Giant blue rat hits me for cold damage. Hooray! not a fan of the giant blue rat. He is a hummer horn. I think that the hummer horn was one of these quest items I needed for the potion I collected. I started to collect last time. It was. I need snow giant kidneys and mummified bones still, but too bad skeletal rats don't count for anything. But that's one ingredient down. Apparently, this place is also home to some of the loudest birds in existence. They prefer to chirp and annoy me from whatever perch they can find. And once again, I am shooting at blank air. But moving on. Alright. I do apologize about that. I will be attempting to remember at some point to turn that off. I'm going to look around for another one of these pits because I've lucked out and had two little special occasions of these crystals. And I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. I don't think I did, so let's go ahead on to the next level where I have Eden's Guile. Not really my thing. Cinder Gauntlets. Tap of Dexterity, 2 Dexterity. I'm going to keep my little headbutt Constitution and Physical Power over the 2 Dexterity. It might be a mistake, but I should really enjoy those. Other than that, it seems to be a wash. And we are at the Lake of Nur. Do a little exploration of the Lake of Nur. And here we go. Alright. This is really remarkably easy because I'm on the skeleton. Usually when you're underwater, you have problems breathing. If you don't have an item that lets you breathe in water, these dungeons you have to kind of pace your way through based on how often you can reach these air bubbles. I'm not sure how I am shooting the arrows so effectively through the water, but as I am fighting eels that are not electrocuting their friends, I'm going to choose not to look too hard into that. One is turning a blind eye to an obvious flaw. But anyone, any discomfort. Also, that wasn't very nice. And their friendly octopus shooting things at my face, and a water imp. Sure, they differ from regular imps, but I'm not a fan so far. Well, he's definitely not your average imp. Not that I have much experience with imps in the first place, but there we are. Fairly quick level. Armor defense, light radius. Apparently this place is very popular for giving me things that have light radius. And some more dex helmet. I heard that dex number gets, the more tempted I am. I'm going to keep my headbutt armor at the moment. Alright. magic barrier. I am now without worry. I do know this place. It is the home of one of my least favorite monsters, aside from the fact that it's sending me on confused trips right here. And it is not the bloated horror. Not a huge fan of the bloated horror, but it is the luminous horrors. And I'm really hoping I did not get them in this dungeon this time. Don't know if they're always here, but blade horror. This place is practically a horror house, or to speak, a house of horrors, not making reference to a brothel. Devourers, and a complete lack of... Alright. Reload while I let my little rat buddies deal with them. It is nice to have cannon fodder, I will admit. Not to say that I don't love and respect my rat accomplices. I just love and respect them keeping me alive more. Alright, a oozing horror. Massive blob of green cross or two. I do know that I do not like these based on the fact that they will pull me in and beat on me. I'm going to have to see if I can just shield my way through it, as it's already happened. Those lovely trees that summon things at me. And another bladed horror. Or not bladed, but ooh, a black mamba. I believe I might be immune to poisons, but I know, as I figured out for sure, I am not immune to diseases last time. I am going to go ahead and try to work through that without having these devourers, well, devour me. Alright. More underground shrubbery, more devourers. Only problem I have with dual arrows is the actual cost of it, meaning 2 arrows. I love that it does not cost any stamina, which is really helpful in prolonged fights, but I'm less of a fan. Actually, I'm less a fan of the cost of the dual of it actually costing me 2 ammo, but Warden's Rest. I just found pointy boots, and I'm curious about them. 3 dex, less fatigue, 4 defense, 5 physical resistance, pinning immunity, 100% speed boost. So I cannot be pinned. And it will let me leap. These boots sound amazing. I am going to go ahead and put them on. Does it? And it does not put my other charms on cooldown, so at least I have that going for me. Not to mention free dex. What archer does not love free dex? Alright, well, that seems another level done. Other than that, I didn't seem to find much there. Alright. Yicker. Level seems to be removed from the rest of the ruins. The air is fresh, the level is lighted, and you hear distant crackling of magical energies. Alright, and we have the Weirdling Beach and Eldritch Whore. Pretty much big old douche. A roughly humanoid creature with tentacle-like appendages in place of arms and legs. You gasp in horror as you notice it has no head. Well, it just has a mound of eyes, apparently. Putrid wards from which it quickly on its skin explode as quickly. It has Bone Shield and Gloom. And 1,000 health. I'm just going to go ahead and wish that it hadn't frozen me. Alright. Well, getting the bone shield out of the way as quickly as possible. Placing my own shield. See if I can't. It just stripped me of my shield, or I didn't click it at all. Hard to blame something for something that's my fault. Reloads, reloads, reloads. Ooh. I think I accidentally ended up using my heal at full health, which might mean that I've ended my own journey early. Although he seems insistent on not hitting me for a little bit. And that did not work one bit. I am acid splash, frozen. See if I can teleport away. That didn't work at all. Change level. Oh, thank goodness. I'm going to go back down there with renewed vigor and hatred of this character. Try not to waste my shielding that time. Or this time. He's back to 100% armor. He doesn't have a charge of bone shield on him. I don't have a charge of shield on me. Has a prolonged fight. I'm actually gonna. Ooh, my goodness! He just tore through that. I am enjoying these rats immensely. I will tell you that much. They have just saved me and allowed me to kill him, which I don't think would have happened otherwise, so all hail to that. And I've unlocked my new little home here, which door seems to be locked. Alright, let's see my way around. There seems to be some wonderful art. The Library of Lost Mysteries, where I can look up and talk to all my wonderful things. There's this orb in the center, which if I examine the orb, my teleportation rod, which I found earlier, seems to be fitting just fine. Put it in. And I will be given this dapper little fellow right here. I have a butler. Are there any training facilities? Zero energy stored. The transmog chest will now seem to do that sort of thing. What is this? Item vault. Place an item in the vault. I have never really done that. I will go ahead and feel like leaving the next guy my old bow. Or, no, the amulet of the fish. Which the only reason you really want is to get to this particular place. Not a big fan of transferring items over to other people. Well, I've now acquired a new home. Bested a ratlich. Got some wonderful little boots that help me jump about. And learn some new skills. I'm going to say all in all, that was a good day in the game of Tome. I will see you next time. This has been Somber Fish. Please remember and be prepared for senseless rambling, terrible mispronunciations. See you next time.